A gummy bear, you're gonna love these. And they taste sweet, kind of like candy. And they are a worldwide launch from a guy who is worldwide famous. I wanna just tell you, sorry for the pun, but my gut tells me that these are gonna sell out on the day, long before the day is even over. We're gonna talk about your gut health right now, and these two gummies can totally help your gut health. And if you already take his Mighty Reds, because I do and they look just like this, but they're not the same, give us a call. I wanna start with, have you heard of probiotics? Surely you have. Did you know that there are more biotics in the biotic family than just the pro? If all you're doing every day is taking the pro, that's a big fat no. Chances are where you're getting yours as well are doing pretty much virtually nothing for you. Now, I don't want you to see this yet because I'm going to have Dr. Gundry explain this, but I want to tell you what's going on here because 2 jars, a 4-month supply, a worldwide launch, something that tastes like an orange candy, is chewy, so like if you like that tactile sensation, you're going to be over the moon. And now he's about to bring you probiotics, prebiotics, postbiotics, and he's going to tell you how. Hold on, got to eat mine. 2 a day, that's all you need. Oh. It's like, tangy Florida orange gummy. He's going to tell you how, even though he's a cardiothoracic surgeon, even though he has been in a career for over 40 years, and then left surgical practice to open 2 wellness clinics in California. He is going to tell you, even though the torso, the lungs, the cardiothoracic all up here is where he started and made all his fame. He now in later life believes down here, your gut is the total key to your longevity, okay? Your health, your longevity, and you're gonna get 2 of these so that you can take 2 gummies a day. And these 2 are gonna last you for 4 months. Shipping for free, and there's no auto delivery. Welcome to Mighty Biotics. And here's the deal. Call us if you love Dr. Gundry. Call us if you take his other supplements. These ship the end of April. They are literally being made as we speak. Now, best-selling author, we're gonna have his book in this hour as well. And I love it when he swings by. He is Yale educated, wild smart, New York Times bestseller. He is a medical researcher and develops all of his products, but you should start out knowing in these, the TSV, you have no added sugar, no alcohol sugar. You have no synthetic colors. He is a doctor, for goodness sake. Comment out Dr. Gundry because these aren't even available in his practice and on his website. And we're gonna talk about gut health in the deepest, bestest way. Sir, good to see you.
Good day.
Okay, so I am very excited because I think, by the way, call us if you love him. Again, no auto delivery. And we already yesterday gave a sneak peek because all week we're doing sneak peek week. So we're technically allowing you to check out things that don't technically launch until midnight as a TSV. But last night we did a few hours ago and 1,200 ordered. I know most people know what a probiotic is because I've heard of it and I know it's good for me. I had never heard that there were other biotics beyond probiotics. So what have you created here and why is a single probiotic not at all nearly enough?
Well, you're absolutely right. Probiotics are friendly bacteria.
Okay.
And they were named long before even we kind of knew what they were. But it turns out probiotics, friendly bacteria, have to have something to eat.
Oh.
And the things that they like to eat in general are what are called soluble fibers. Now, there's insoluble fiber, but we won't go there. So those soluble fibers are actually prebiotics.
So the pros eat the pre's.
Exactly.
But that's still only 2 and you need 3. Can we see this screen? Triple action.
Yeah, so it turns out all the latest research, including mine, shows that you could swallow probiotics, you could feed them what they want to eat, prebiotics, but if you don't have postbiotics, which is simplistically the product of fermentation. For instance, sauerkraut has postbiotics. Kimchi has postbiotics. If you ferment oats like we've done in this product, you have postbiotics. So what? Well, you get postbiotics to energize the prebiotics and probiotics to make all the good stuff that we need for gut health.
It's a lot of biotic, let me tell you. We have over 200 out the door. You take 2 a day. They taste, they're sweetened by stevia. They taste like a super tangy, zesty orange, like think candy. Sir, they ship for free. You get 2 jars. That's a 4-month supply. Probiotic, prebiotic, postbiotic, that's amazing. But can we pause on the biotic for a second and explain, why do I even care about needing pre, post, and pro? Because I know what you're gonna say is, baby, your gut is where your life leads. So explain why this is a greater discussion about wellness and health having to do with what happens digestionally.
Yes. So Hippocrates, the father of medicine, 2,500 years ago, said all disease begins in the gut.
Oy.
Yay. And the guy was right. And I've been spending the last 30 years trying to figure out how he knew that. And thanks to modern research, we now know that he was right. So all these conditions that we see on TV every night, like all these autoimmune diseases, et cetera, diabetes is rampant, depression, anxiety is rampant. Believe it or not, they all stem from problems in the gut. And so that's why, if I can make a little contribution to people's gut health, I'm going to make a big contribution to their overall health.
Ah, so now we're getting there. And it doesn't require you eating a perfectly balanced diet. In fact, stress can cause all sorts of gut issues. And if just your time every single day is short and you're like drive-through central and candy bar vending machine, this has nothing to do with that, even though he'd love it if you could also work on that. This is 2 of these a day in order to support your gut health, your healthy digestion, something called gut motility, good gut bacteria, all that stuff he's telling you. It needs to be going well down here for the life to be long and fruitful. And if not, it's kind of not so long and fruitful. We have 400 gone. Can we now break down a little deeper? Because Yale Educated it takes me a while to catch up. Let's see what a probiotic is and what it supports, because you do hear that it's a very trendy term, probiotics.
Yeah, and most people really, unfortunately, don't know that most probiotics don't actually get to where they're supposed to do their work, which is down in the colon. But probiotics support healthy digestion. They help make healthy gut motility. That means you have a nice bowel movement.
Okay.
You get good gut bacteria, and probiotics can support microbiome diversity. Now, that's a fancy term. Believe it or not, we're supposed to have a tropical rainforest down inside of us.
I love this man so much. Keep going.
There's supposed to be there's 100 trillion bacteria that live in our colon.
And just so I'm clear, normally the word bacteria sounds scary and like you don't want any part of that. But when it comes to like the digestion and the gut, bacteria is a good thing.
I call them gut buddies for a reason, because they are your gut buddies, but there can be some bad actors. So the gut buddies who want your best for you want to eat this stuff, and they want to be energized by postbiotics. The bad guys, the good news is, can't eat this stuff. So the more gut buddies you have, they literally push the bad guys out.
So probiotics keep everything moving, you're nice and regular, you got lots of good bacteria in your gut, which means gut health, yay, everything total systemically good health, setting up for a successful long life. Now what are prebiotics? Because these next 2 are the ones I've never heard of until now.
Yeah, so again, the good bacteria, the gut buddies, have got to have prebiotic fiber. Now, this has got 4 grams of prebiotic fiber. It supports your heart health. There's great studies that show it supports your digestive health. The other thing about prebiotics, it keeps you feeling full. And again, the good bacteria, the gut buddies, have got to have this form of fiber. Now, people hear, oh, fiber, fiber. I want roughage. And you don't want roughage. It turns out, yeah, that roughage can make your bowels move, but it actually tears holes in your intestines.
Oh, wonderful.
You want soluble fiber.
Okay, fine.
Okay, and so that's what's in here. For instance, one of the big ingredients is pectin. Now, some people have heard of apple pectin, or when you're making jam or jellies, you use pectin. So pectin is a soluble fiber. And that's what gives these guys this nice, yummy.
Oh, they're so
squishy.
tangy and yummy.
And the great thing about it is it doesn't stick to your fillings. It won't pull out.
By the way, 700 out the door. Sorry, doctor. Am I not correct that they are colored by beets? Like, can you explain what's on the table? Because no offense, I'm just not going to be eating this anytime soon if this is what it takes for gut health. So I'm glad you came along with these. Worldwide launch, only here at the Q, not even on his website. And yes, took several years for him to innovate this newest iteration.
Yeah, because for instance, even the stevia, and people know stevia
is good, right?
As a sweetener, but stevia has kind of a bitter taste, and people spend a lot of time trying to get the bitter taste out of stevia. We did it one better. We fermented the stevia leaf, and you can read it right on the package. We fermented stevia so that you actually got postbiotics just by fermenting the stevia. So we did our homework, and the result is this color is from the ingredients. It's from like the color of beets. It's from and the flavor is from the orange.
Oh, the flavor's great. And by the way, we've talked about probiotics, which you thought probiotics were all you needed, right? No. In fact, I asked Dr. G, he said, most of the stuff that's just probiotics that you're getting at the drugstore is a waste of time. It's literally doing nothing for you. You need this triple threat: probiotics, then the food that the probiotics eat is the prebiotic, and the last one, which I had never heard of, postbiotic?
Postbiotic. When bacteria ferment sugars, carbohydrates, they produce what we now call postbiotics. And the exciting revolution in gut health has been the discovery of postbiotics. And I was one of the first people to write about this in one of my bestsellers called The Energy Paradox. So these postbiotics are the product of fermentation. And those products, like short chain fatty acids, even gases like hydrogen gas, actually are what does the work in keeping us healthy.
Doc, could I take you over to our Q&A corner? That's what I like to call it. Over here, our lovely table set up.
Yeah.
And by the way, his gut check book is coming up. Can I do some rapid fire questions with you?
You betcha.
Okay, so let's start easy. How many of these gummies do I eat a day?
Well, if you can control yourself, 2 a day is all you need.
But if I can't control myself, am I going to be?
Have some more.
Okay, great. Anybody can take them? Like man, woman, anyone needs them?
Yeah, in fact, we are so devoid of beneficial bacteria in our gut. We do stool gut testing on our patients, and it's just a desert wasteland in there instead of a tropical rainforest. So you really gotta.
And if I'm honest, the follow-up to that is, if it's a desert wasteland instead of a tropical rainforest, like what really is the problem then with that? Like the desert wasteland leads where?
Well, I probably can't say it, but let me just say.
Total body health is not encouraged.
Yeah,
it's not blossoming the way it should.
Does anybody want to know, I mean, why are we seeing all this crazy colon cancer in 30-year-olds? I won't say anything more.
Okay, great. Can I take these along, these two gummies? Again, brand new world launch, triple action probiotic gummies, because it's not just a probiotic, it's the pre and the postbiotic. So it's like the triple threat. Can I take them with your other supplements? Like
Absolutely. They're all designed to be synergistically paired.
Sir, I'd like to read you a stat. I love a good stat. He went to Yale. He's very smart, and his book coming up is amazing. How many books have there been?
This is the 10th, but it's the 9th in the Paradox series.
Though he is you are a cardiothoracic surgeon for 40 plus years.